not gonna lie, there's no excuse not to get your kids nothing for Christmas. You have 365 days in the year, 364 days in the year to go get your child something one time each time you get paid. There is no excuse.
Okay guys, welcome back to Behind the Screen with Carolee. So today I'm going to be discussing a video that I saw on TikTok today. It's a Christmassy related video, and I promise it's the last one for this year because Christmas is over. Today's the 27th. This was something that honestly seemed kind of crazy to me, and the comments were taken off under it. It's definitely, the internet's kind of divided on it. It's a really crazy situation of a mom who essentially canceled Christmas, and I've actually seen a lot of videos of parents canceling Christmas, usually over behavioral issues, but this mom actually has nothing to do with behavior. So we're going to talk about it. I definitely want to hear what you guys think about it. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get right into it. Okay, so basically I'm going to just read the captions that she writes. First off, like I said, the comments were turned off. It says this one is for the single mamas, hashtag FYP, hashtag single mom, hashtag twin mom, hashtag viral. She wanted this to get attention. She wanted the attention. Also, she apparently wanted to appeal to single moms and twin moms. I think she also has a couple of older kids, but her younger kids are in the video watching her take her Christmas tree down, I believe 3 days before Christmas, because she posted this 5 days ago. Today's the 27th. So around the 22nd or so, she took the Christmas tree down. So let's find out why. She said, "Take my Christmas tree down with me because there's no point. My kids don't have anything to open under my tree for Christmas morning." She goes on to say, "This is to normalize what single moms go through. I don't need sympathy." Okay, I'm not a single mom, so I guess I don't have a lot of authority to this. But if you are a single mom, let me know if this video resonated with you at all. Like, am I in the wrong for even making this video? Let me know. But she also said, "I don't need sympathy." Why did you post it then? If you don't need sympathy, why did you post yourself taking down your Christmas tree in front of your children? But let's go on. "I work full time, and that's barely enough to get us by, nothing beyond the necessities. I'm forced now to get another job on top of my full-time job. If you want to help someone who is doing everything to help herself and still failing, what are we supposed to do as the audience to help this person out? Stay and watch the entire video. Engage." Apparently people did engage, and she just did not like it because she turned it off. "Help me reach 10,000 so I can get paid." I don't know if she wants to become an influencer or something. It's kind of weird. Says it won't be much at first, but everything helps. "I've never been handed anything in this life. I've been fighting my entire life. Life has thrown way too many punches my way." Does this seem like somebody that you know on Facebook who just post way too much in their statuses and you're like, are you okay? Like, just stop. You're embarrassing yourself. That's what it reminds me of. "But I've always taken them, got up, spit out the blood, and kept going." The next thing is kind of crazy. It says, "I'm very tired. I hate it here. I'm depressed. Me, me, me." And then she goes and says, "But I keep fighting because one day my kids won't have to live in poverty anymore." And she has a lot of videos that are rebuttals to this video because she got a lot of hate. And we are definitely going to look into those in a minute. But essentially, there's a lot to unpack just in that one video. For one, Christmas comes one day a year. I feel like there was a lot of discussion on the angel tree video, people saying like, it's kind of hard to relate whenever you say you have absolutely nothing for your kids because it is one day a year. Like, you couldn't get something on sale maybe in February whenever you had a little extra cash and then stowed it away. You couldn't, I don't know, make something or get something from the Dollar Tree or used a program like Angel Tree or Toys for Tots. Like, there was nothing you could do at all. So it is sort of hard to relate in that sense. Like, I know people go through things and I am sensitive to that, but it's the whole like, it just, to me, in this situation at least, it just shows zero effort on her part as a parent. There is assistance out there for tough times where the child can at least get one gift, even if it's the Dollar Tree. I got some hate. People were like, some people at least didn't think that the Dollar Tree or Dollar General was acceptable. I don't know if it's like, these were like little twin kids. They look to be maybe 2 or 3. I don't think they'd really care. Even take out the gifts altogether. That's not even what Christmas is about, you know? She could have said, "Look, kids, it was hard this year. I can't get any gifts, but we're still going to make the most of it. We're going to have a movie marathon and all these good snacks. We're going to have a Christmas meal. We're going to play board games all day. We're going to like make the most of it." There's so much more to Christmas than just gifts. And a big part of that is the Christmas tree. I mean, it's a symbolic thing. No matter what religion you are, even if you're not, it doesn't matter. A Christmas tree is a big thing. And it wasn't a matter of like, oh, I didn't have enough money this year. Christmas looks a little different. We couldn't get a tree. Okay. She had the tree. She had it decorated at one point in December. She must have put it up because it was all decorated, looked nice. And then on December 22nd, she decided to take it down. So she got a lot of hate for that. Honestly, I think it's kind of understandable. I'm not saying go and leave her a hate message, but I don't really know what she was expecting either, taking her Christmas tree down in front of her kids on December 22nd because she was feeling bad about herself. At that point, like, think about your kids. Okay, so if we go to her TikTok account, she says she's a single mom of 6. So she has 6 kids, living out loud in my truth. My thing is, if you're going to put something like that in your bio, living out loud in your truth, say it with your chest. Don't go and disable your comments because you're not living your truth if you have to go and take your comments down. That's besides the point. But anyway, she definitely posted a lot. You see this video, this is whenever it was posted, it got 5.4 million views, which is nuts. That's so many views. She posted a lot of just like literally every single video is just her basically standing her ground on what she did.
Talk about my last video because I've gotten some really rude comments or some offensive comments. Motherhood is different for everyone, especially if you don't know someone. I'm a person that as a child, I didn't have a happy mother or a present mother. And anytime anything bad happened in her life, it was my fault. I refuse to let my children have a sad mother or a mother that has too many heavy burdens that she can't be present in their life. And every day that I have...
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there because she said that she refuses to be like her mom. She refuses to have her kids see a sad mom and let that like interfere with her kids' lives. Well, that's exactly what she did. She felt bad about the fact that she had nothing under the tree for her kids, and she didn't want to have that constant reminder of looking at the Christmas tree, so instead she rips it down on December 22nd. Here's what the comments say. Translation: if I can't be happy, my kids can't either. All I hear is me, me, me. How about a mom that puts up a tree that takes it down because she's angry? This person says, where there's a will, there is a way. They have toy banks for people. They have help for your kids you could look into maybe, but this is worse on your kids and you being selfish, taking down the tree. This one says, oh, but they will remember the year their mom took the tree down before Christmas because she put her own feelings first. This one, the tree probably brought them joy. Yeah, that's just it. It's like, it's not about the gift. Sometimes like the tree really is enough to like, especially with a kid, bring them joy. But she continues to like really like stand her ground. Like I said, this one's kind of interesting.
I know a lot of y'all don't agree with me taking down the Christmas tree, and that is perfectly fine. I don't...
Okay, is it perfectly fine? Because if it was, I don't think you'd be making like 12 videos trying to defend yourself.
I don't care if you agree with me. What bothered me is how ugly you guys were in my comments when I clearly was already hurting. I'm gonna say it one more time and I won't say it again. A happy mom is the best mom. The thousands of messages that I have of women telling me that they relate to me so much, but they're scared to comment because of the ugliness that you guys gave me. Then, the rest of you, and thank you, that kindness and generosity, there needs to be so much more in this world. But I didn't post that to ask for help. I will teach my children to process their emotions, however that looks, and I won't shame them for it. I will teach my children to remove anything in their life that makes them sad. I will teach my children not to give up when it's hard. I will teach my children that people are mean to them and ugly and judgmental because they don't like themselves. I will teach my children that the way someone speaks, acts, or treats someone is a reflection of that person, not them. So really, am I the weird mom and the bad mom? No. Not at all. Now that I've established that I'm a real mom, that shares the good, the bad, the ugly, the real, without a single of what y'all think. Hey to the mamas that are living something similar to me. It's safe here. We listen, we don't judge. I don't have a pot to piss in, but what I do have is a good heart, a listening ear, a closed mouth, and no judgment. We can let our kids be feral and burn the Christmas tree down if you want to.
Okay, here's another video I wanted to point out, and I read the comments and I was like, yes, like this is something that it needs to be talked about. This person says, fresh highlights, that's all I gotta say. And exactly, like, look at the hair. That is not a natural hair color. And I'm not trying to I'm not gonna go through this lady's profile and nitpick everything and be like, this costs this much money, but this does need called out because it's fresh highlights and maybe even a fresh haircut. I mean, those ends, they look like there's some layers and stuff. Hair is expensive. Hair salons are expensive. Highlights, I don't even get them anymore. Very, very rarely. Because there's even a few pieces. Literally, I usually get a few pieces whenever I do it. And it's usually $160 to $200 for just a few pieces, which might be what she did. Now, think about that. $160 could have really stretched if it's a matter of where is her priorities at. If her priority is getting her hair done, or I don't know if she gets her nails done, or whatever. That's where the money's going. Now, if you would just put that stuff to the side, maybe do your own hair in a box or just don't do your hair at all, that money could have went to a decent Christmas for your kids and maybe you not feeling so bad about yourself for having nothing under the tree for your kids that year. Now, yeah, I agree. Of course, parents should be able to treat themselves. But in this situation, it's strange to be complaining that you couldn't get your kids anything this year, but you have highlights in your hair. But let's go on and see what she has to say.
I think now this platform is going to be about being the support that moms need, that single moms need, that moms with their own childhood trauma need. Thank you guys. Thank you for opening my eyes to how evil this world actually really is. You see that? You guys were mean to me, and I turned it into gratitude.
Again, it's a lot of me. A lot of the comments are about the hair, fresh highlights, but no presents is insane. Hair looking fresh with all the money signs. This person, exactly what I said. Your hair looks highlighted. That's a gift there. I haven't colored my hair in 5 years to afford gifts for my kids, I'm sure is what she meant. I'm a single mom, struggled so hard, and we had to move back in with their dad. I don't care who shames me for it. Times are hard. It is what it is, but that tree is still up and decorated. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not seeing the correlation of being a single mom struggling and taking your Christmas tree down 3 days before Christmas. I don't know if I'm missing something. A lot of videos that she posted afterwards too were videos with her kids. And I feel like it was just her backpedaling or saving face being like, oh, I have great relationships with my kids and whatever. It didn't bother them that the Christmas tree was taken down. I think that's probably why she posted those videos. But now this mom said a lot of people, reached out to her saying how much, the video meant to them as single parents. And they wanted to leave a supportive comment, but were afraid to. I don't know if that's true or not, because all the videos that I were seeing were people being like, no, there's really no excuse. I'm going to put in some of the videos now.
I'm not going to lie. There's no excuse not to get your kids nothing for Christmas. You have 365 days in a year, 364 days in a year to go get your child something one time each time you get paid. There is no excuse. I grew up as a child and did not receive nothing for Christmas. I'm talking about nothing. And it was no excuse why I didn't get anything. Parents that don't get their children things early should not be complaining that, oh, I can't afford to get my kids a Christmas this year. But you could afford to do your hair. You could afford to do things for yourself. But you can't afford to go to Five Below and buy a couple things every time you get paid. And I'm not trying to be rude because I know times are hard. But there's no excuse why your child should not have a Christmas. And you're talking about taking a tree down because you're not going to be able to afford gifts. Are you serious? It genuinely hurts me for the kids because, like I said, it's coming from a person who grew up with getting nothing under the tree. I understand how that feels. I was always jealous of kids that got big Christmases because I never had that, and I always make sure my son has a huge Christmas. But that's just my little 2 cents. I feel like people need to really start shopping early, especially with the prices of things going up.
Just make it fun for them. You are the present. Be present for your babies. Don't give up. Put that tree back up. Okay, Mama? You put that tree back up, and you pull out your toilet paper and you roll that motherfucker down that aisle, and you say, okay, who can roll that piece of candy the quickest to them? Oh, look at you go. You could do that 7 times and kids are thinking, so fun. Think about some other options. You could play freeze dance, where you turn on the Christmas music really loud and then you have someone turn it off and you make everyone freeze. Fun. You could do the toilet paper roll game. Okay, all stuff you have around there. Cup stacking. Who can make the biggest Christmas tree out of your cups? Stack them. You know, there's options. Toss on a Christmas movie. Snuggle up with your babies. Maybe go to the dollar store or somewhere cheap and grab a bag of candy and do a small stocking of just candy and eat candy with them early in the morning, first thing, no other breakfast. How amazing. Watch a Christmas movie, snuggle your babies, and play with them. That's all they care about. They don't care about those toys. They just want to play. So if you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed because you don't have presents for your kids, please pull out some cards and call it Christmas Rummy. I don't know. You got this. Play games. Play hide and seek. When's the last time you got on your hands and knees and played Brrr, the bear, fee, fi, fo, fum? Christmas is about presents. Your presents. You got this. Hang in there, Mama. Just be there for your babies, okay?
So yeah, I mean, most people seem to think the same thing, that like this was crappy. There's really no excuse for it. It's understandable if like something comes up and, you know, Christmas is not as abundant with the gifts. Maybe there's nothing at all. Maybe there's not much. But the whole taking the tree down is what really obviously is going to stir people up, and for good reason. There were some comments who were like, oh, you go, Mama. There always will be. She went and she made another response video saying that she had people reaching out, saying that they would help pay for, you know, gifts for her kids. And she said no to it. That's not what she wanted. Again, I don't know what she wanted. You know, if she didn't want handouts and she didn't want sympathy, I don't know what the purpose of the video was. But, you know, you have to know, posting something like that of yourself, taking down your Christmas tree and your child is there watching you, you're going to get a lot of opinions, and they're probably not going to be ones that you like. I think if this mom would actually like go back and read comments, she'd realize that, yeah, I'm sure there's some people who are saying some like vile things. But if she actually went through the comments and realized that what she was doing was wrong, she was having a me mentality. She was feeling bad for herself. She couldn't get her crap together throughout the year. She couldn't, you know, even if you can't afford Christmas stuff, she apparently couldn't get, you know, in line for the Angel Tree program or the Toys for Tots program. She couldn't get her kid's name into that. I don't know why, but whatever. So she was feeling bad for herself. She decided to take the tree down in front of her children and then go and post about it online. That was her choice. She wasn't thinking about the fact that kids are resilient. They don't even need the big crazy gifts. They would have been okay with her time at Christmas time, her being a present mom like she talked about in videos. The child or her children are not going to remember that they didn't get gifts that year. They're not. As adults, they're not going to remember. Even if there's a Christmas where they got really cool gifts, they're not going to remember that. I think back to most Christmases. I don't remember what I got for the most part. But here's what they are going to remember. They are going to remember that their mom took the Christmas tree down on December 22nd. And they're going to have all those videos out there, all that proof on the internet that the reason she did it was because she was feeling sorry for herself. She wasn't thinking about her kids. That's not mom shaming. I think a lot of people like to call any type of criticism online mom shaming whenever it comes to moms. It's not mom shaming. Again, I'm not being mean. It's just the fact. If she was thinking about herself, she would have put the feelings to the side, because as a parent, it's not always about us. A lot of times it's not about us. I really do think that she could have had a great Christmas, even if there was no gifts under the tree. I do think that she still could have made the most of her situation. I think in those sort of situations, the best thing that you can do is have a conversation with your kids, not try to pretend that it's something that it's not go and be miserable and be like, oh, woe is me. Have a conversation with them and be like, look, this year was hard. I'm going to do what I can for next year, but you know what? We're still going to have a really great Christmas. I think she could have done that. I think that would have been a much better option than going online, playing the victim. Anyway, guys, that was a short little video. I just felt like I wanted to talk about it just to kind of close out the Christmas season. What do you guys think? Do you think that her actions were okay? Do you think that there were better ways that she could have went about it? Do you think it's like a cry for help? Like, honestly, like, let me know what you guys think below. And I also want to say a quick thank you to everybody who engaged on my last video. It was definitely got a lot more traction than what I would have ever expected one of my videos to get. So I really appreciate all the different viewpoints. It was really great to hear. Honestly, I didn't really know much about the program before, and then I got a really bad taste in my mouth, but from the videos that I was seeing, but it was really nice to hear other people's stories who used the program and how much the program helped them. And just, I loved getting to read everybody's comments on there. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody who's new here. Yeah, I hope you guys had a really great Christmas and have a really great New Year's, and I will see you guys in my next video.